Prismatic evolutions. Everyone and their mother is eating each other alive in the Pokemon community over this topic. And some people who are not in the Pokemon community, there's a lot of people that have stepped in that were not previously here. Not necessarily a bad thing, but the overall topic and the thing being discussed is prismatic evolutions, the openings, the earlies, the things where people can't get any of the actual product, the pre-order cancellations, and there's just not enough product out there for everybody to get their fill of that nice hot EV action going around the Pokemon community, right? Ultimately, we have a lot of different content creators. I'm not going to take up too much of your time, by the way. You're all very smart people. You all have seen it. I'm just going to give you my super basic take on what I think is going to happen with this. As someone who's seen a lot of this stuff happen before and ultimately survived a couple of the booms that have happened in Pokemon, okay? You're going to watch a lot of people say a lot of things and make a lot of content, and you're going to watch them do things that don't necessarily match what they're saying. And this is quite very typical of people in the Pokemon space. In 2021, this was ultimately the problem that a lot of people had. There was a lot of people that stepped back into Pokemon, and the product just wasn't there for everybody. Vivid Voltage, Shining Fates, and a couple other products further on in 2021, such as Evolving Skies and Celebrations, which I feel like people massively underplay how crazy Celebrations was. And anyone who was around during that time certainly remembers how crazy fucking Celebrations was. The UPCs were being sold at every LGS for close to $300, and people who did not pay $300 got severely hooked up, and people who paid basically retail for EV Heroes also got hooked up. EV Heroes and Japanese sets in 2021 were not retail. They were not MSRP unless you got lucky and got them from the Pokemon Center via the lottery system, or you had a very, very, very honest store from Japan who actually helped you out with that. And if you did, consider yourself lucky. I can't say for sure that some people didn't pay MSRP for certain Japanese products. All I know is the average person and people in Japan were not getting that product for MSRP and were not paying those prices. A lot of content creators pointing fingers at each other. A lot of people over here basically doing the fucking Spider-Man meme, doing the fucking gunsling and the whole finger guns at everybody, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here, when ultimately everyone here is essentially the problem. I'm not the first person to say that. I'm not the first person, but I'm definitely going to be a person that jumps on that. It's the wisest choice. It's the strongest choice. It's the only thing that makes sense. Everybody here wants to pick up product. Everybody here wants things to go on. Everybody here has different goals for everything that's happening. I don't really have a problem with people having goals. I don't have a problem with people wanting to make money. I don't have a problem with people here wanting to collect, and I don't have a problem with people wanting to play the TCG and wanting the Pokemon hobby to stay a specific way. Your goals are your goals. No one can take them from you, and I'm here to keep on fighting for how people want to do the Pokemon hobby. I have my own opinions about the matter. Of course I do. I'm an opinionated person just like everybody else here. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. What I do not appreciate, and the thing I do not like the most, is people basically saying one thing and doing another. Just doing a whole separate thing other than what they're saying. First of all, if you were paying $150 for an ETB, I don't care how anybody feels about the matter. The morality, let's completely take everything how people feel about it. Scalpers are bad. Resellers are bad. Market's good. Market's strong. Let's take all of that out for a second, okay? Completely. Let's not even worry about that. Anyone who pays $150 for that product is validating that it is worth $150. It does not matter how you feel about it, does not matter what you say about it, and does not matter how many tears come out of your eyeballs on camera. You paid the price, you validated it, and you told those resellers that was okay. And indirectly, that has affected everyone else in this community. That has affected how everybody else is going to be able to pick up stuff from a large portion of LGSs. There's a lot of stores that are still trying. There's a lot of people still trying to support this community every way they can, but some of them purely cannot because the product is going to be undercut, and if they literally don't upsell some of it a little bit for the little amount of product they get, it's going to cause massive ramifications for their business, regardless of how you feel about their business being here. And believe you me, I don't think some businesses should be here. I think some Pokemon people are absolutely fucking terrible. But taking all of that out, that is the bottom line for what's going on. Product is not making its way down to everybody. It's not making its way to stores. And you also got to remember, the fucking product is not officially out yet. People are quoting prices on cards for fucking pre-release saying this is the end-all of fucking Pokemon. For things that I swear to God have happened before, and people are acting like 2021 and 2020 was not as bad as people say. Bro, Vivid Voltage did this, Shining Fates did this, Evolving Skies did this, Celebrations did this, Crown Zenith did this, fucking Clayburst did this, fucking V-Star Universe did this, Eevee Heroes did this, Blue Sky Stream did this. All of these sets have been through this. Pokemon put out a statement, and they're basically saying they are addressing the matter, and people have their opinions about that. There's some people that attribute their videos that Pokemon is listening to them, and it's like, okay, well, this is happening since 2020. This has been happening. Pokemon has made statements about the fucking supply for a very long time. No PokeTuber is influencing this whatsoever. In fact, the only influence a PokeTuber is having here is validating $150 price points if they're paying it, and basically saying, no, I will not pay those prices if they haven't. You got those two aspects, and how people feel about the whole matter is completely up to them. You can say one side's right, you can say one side's wrong, you can say anything, but the facts are the facts. Anyone paying those prices is saying it's okay, basically to the resellers. It does not matter how anyone feels about it. You said, yep, $150 is okay. And with the new wave of possible prismatic evolutions coming out, I can't help but feel some people are basically going up, getting large servings of Thanksgiving dinner at first, and then they're just going to come back for seconds when it's a lot of people's first availability for the fucking meal. And they're going to be the ones that are going to be eaten twice, 3 times, 4 times. They're going to get their views. They're going to get their clicks. They're going to get all that shit. And then they're going to come back and sit down at the exact same fucking table as everybody else who played by the rules, who fucking waited and did not give in to people fucking this hobby. Okay? That's how I feel about the matter. It doesn't matter how I feel, though. People are going to do what they do. There's plenty of stuff Pokemon has fucking re-released that was also completely scalped up and bought, by the way. Pokemon Center just dropped this, picked it up. Had 0 issues picking up. And remember, that was a very high demand product. Everyone and their mom want everything Van Gogh. Bro, just went to the store today. Just went to the store. There's Pokemon product out there. That's Temporal Forces, baby. That's going to be one of the hot sets. You know that big long neck motherfucker Raging Bolt that everybody was like, oh my god, this fucking SIR is so good. What's going on with the fucking SIRs? The SIRs are so good. And now no one fucking cares. There's product out there, guys. It's just people all of a sudden want one specific product because they see the potential in what that product is going to do. A lot of collectors who had no faith in Scarlet and Violet said Scarlet and Violet was trash. It's no good. All of a sudden stepping back in, now that evolutions are on the table again, now that trainers are coming back and a bunch of collectors want all this stuff too, and you mean to tell me some of those collectors aren't going to do the exact same thing that they're accusing the investors and the other people of doing? Say what you will about the investors, most of those motherfuckers know who they are. A lot of them don't pretend to be something they're not, and a couple of them have my respect because they just fucking say what they're doing. Yeah, I'm doing this. Yeah, I'm buying this. This is what it is. I think this is worth this. I think it's worth that. Fucking jerk my dick. I don't care. And you know what? There's something admirable about that. There's something admirable about being what you're about and just saying it. Fake motherfuckers in this hobby are popping up more and more where people are like, oh, you can't catch that, you can't do that. There's people that are saying it to me, and it's like, no, motherfucker, I'll actually take a knee and not buy some product. I'll put my wallet where my mouth is. You can say what you will about me. You can say what you will and call me an asshole, call me a prick, whatever. I'm not a liar, and I'll put my fucking money where my mouth is. I'll fucking be a man of my word. I will do that stuff. To the point where ultimately Brian, who's been catching strays left and right, I'm not working with Brian anymore for the whole fucking Pokemon thing. It was amicable. It was mutual. We don't hate each other. If you still want to go support Brian, he's one of the people, in my opinion, who's actively trying their best to be transparent and give people what they want. If you want to go support him, I 100% give you the blessing. I think it's great. Brian, I misjudged you a lot back in the day. I'm now more open-minded than it seems like most of the positive Pokemon YouTubers here that literally can't look past a very specific thing, look in the mirror, and realize that they have issues with things as well. Like, they're the part of the problem as well. Every time you validate a purchase, every time you pay for stuff, and it's funny that people who had 0 issue opening Eevee Heroes at crazy prices are now all of a sudden throwing fucking stones at people opening Prismatic Evolutions. It's a whole fucking Eevee reflection that I watched a lot of you do. And say what you will about me, you fuck faces. I never opened 1 box of Japanese Eevee Heroes. Not one. Not 1 Blue Sky Stream, not 1 Skyscraping Perfection, not 1 Fusion Arts. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to do it again with Prismatic Evolutions. If I find a Rogue ETB in the wild, sure, I'll pick it up. Everyone has that option. I really hope everybody can take advantage of this product. I will pay MSRP for certain things if I can find it, but I'm not paying a scalper. I'm not paying a reseller. I'm not paying a dirty motherfucker because I do think that hurts the rest of the community. If you don't think that's the case, by all means, live that life, walk your path, do your thing. But the amount of fake content creator bullshit going on right now reminds me, oh yeah, 2021 happened. And a lot of things should remind people of that same thing. Get pissy at me all you want. I don't care. You can't call me wrong, bitch. That's all I got. Appreciate it, Virgin Gang. See you later. There's plenty of product. There's plenty of things. For the average person, hold your ground. I got a lot of good cards that I got, and I did not have to pay some bullshit fucking reseller for box product. A lot of cards will dip in value. The singles will be there. Be patient. Hold your ground. And if you truly want to live that life about the money, just own it, my guy. Be that person. You don't got to be Mr. Saves a Hoe and fucking be the person that has all the money too, okay? You don't got to feel bad for the regular Joes opening your fucking 300, 400 packs. We will live.